Hi, I'm Dr. Rebecca Schulke with Indie Neuropathy, and today I wanted to talk about the new drug, semaglutide. You might also know this drug as Ozempic, Rybelsus, Wegovy. Ozempic is more the term for using it for type 2 diabetes. If you're taking it for weight loss, you would know it as Wegovy. So semaglutide, though, is the generic name, and this is on track to become the most widely prescribed drug in all of history. Right now, 40% of adults are eligible to take this, what's called a GLP-1 receptor agonist. That's the mechanism of action of this drug. Currently, statins are the number one in the US with 92 million prescriptions a year, but semaglutide was the top selling drug in 2023 at $14 billion. So what makes somebody eligible for this drug, and why is it on track to be the most popular drug in all of history? Well, currently having type 2 diabetes, obesity, and cardiovascular disease is what makes you eligible. As you know, most Americans are either obese, cardiovascular disease, or have the type 2 diabetes. Currently, drug manufacturers are actually pushing to have insurance cover this also for secondary prevention as well. So things like weight management or borderline diabetics as well. Those aren't approved yet, but those drug manufacturers are pushing to have this prescribed also for prevention as well. So almost all the prescriptions right now, though, are for obesity, and a smaller percent are for people who are type 2 diabetic. So yes, semaglutide, it'll help you lose weight, but here's the thing. It's a very new drug. 2017 is when it got approved by the FDA, but it didn't really start taking off until about 2020 to 2021. So it's really only been prescribed now for a few years. So the people who have been on it now, they haven't really been on it long term. So we really don't know the long-term safety of this drug yet, of taking semaglutide. But here's what we know so far. It has been shown to damage the kidneys. It causes scarring. It slows down your kidney function. And here's what's more concerning with that is that patients who stopped taking semaglutide because of kidney damage, their kidney function did not improve once they stopped taking the medication. They did not regain any of their kidney function back that was already damaged. Also, it suggested that it might lead to also thyroid cancer, but since it's a newer drug and long-term safety hasn't been established, again, we really don't know what the long-term complications are with that. Now, the most common issues that people do experience on this are gastrointestinal, because semaglutide slows down the movement of food throughout your GI tract, in your stomach and in your intestines. So gastroparesis, which is paralysis of the stomach, is a reported side effect as well. And since it slows down your intestines, constipation, diarrhea, those are extremely common. But then it also increases your risk of colon cancer and gut inflammation from slowing down your gut motility. So with the surge in popularity of this drug, it reminds me a lot of Vioxx. So if you don't know, Vioxx was approved by the FDA in 1999 for arthritis, specifically osteoarthritis, so it was a type of NSAID. And ultimately, it was pulled from the market 5 years later after it killed roughly 500,000 people from heart attacks, and GlaxoSmithKline actually paid out $5 billion in settlements. Here was a drug that was thought to be relatively safe, only to find out several years later that it was actually not. My point is, you just don't know what the real long-term damage can be from a drug, especially newer ones. So keep this in mind, especially if you're taking it for weight loss. There's a lot of great programs out there that are not fad diets that really do work. So if you're trying to get your diabetes under control, if you're trying to lose weight, or if you just want to get healthier, we'd love to help you in a much safer way for your long-term health. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Dr. Rebecca Schulke with Indie Neuropathy.